just grateful to be here, and we really are stepping into that calling on our ancestors this evening, and stepping into the wisdom that they have given us, especially in these challenging times, and knowing that they too faced challenging times. And I think what it reminds me is, in going back to what Lindsay brought forward, that the movement changes why we sing, and it changes the way we sing, and we too change the world through our music. And there is this important space that carries of it connecting us to the movements that have come before us, to being able to dig deep in both the suffering and struggle, but also the tremendous power of change that has come before us. And I wanted to lift up a song today that Dr. Bernice Johnson Reagon shared in her book, If You Don't Go, Don't Hinder Me. And I wanted to share a little bit of an excerpt from her writing as she reflected on the power of that lineage. And, she talks about the song was originally, I'm on my way to Canaan land. And during the civil rights movement in the 60s, she says, we began to sing the song, but changed the word Canaan to freedom. I'm on my way to freedom land. And, she said by the 20th century, the 1960s, we had cleared enough space with our living, our struggling and dying and going on that no matter what, we could sing and say, I want my freedom now. Whether you sang freedom during the 60s or the older traditional text with the word Canaan, the essence of the song says, I must leave or change where I am. I want you to go with me. I asked my mother, I asked my brother, I asked my sister, I asked my pastor, come go with me. That we're bringing more and more people into this work, right? That we have to change this world, and that we have to use music to keep us grounded, to keep us together. This is my ad lib. Sorry for a moment, I strayed from the text, but that it was, this connects us to this history, and it connects us to the now of what is necessary and what commitment we have to make. And so she goes on to reflect on how, while in the early version, it was a moving, right? It was a going somewhere, but that in the 20th century civil rights movement, being on your way meant staying where you were and wreaking havoc in your local community, insisting on its transformation so that a new construction could be possible. And that's what we are calling to do. We know, especially as we look at these ancestors, I was thinking about Paul Robeson as well, as he traveled around the world singing and seeing, the struggles that he was connecting to and saying, wait, how people here are being treated is how I'm being treated in America, right? There's not necessarily a place we can go if we don't transform this whole world, right? And so that I'm on my way to freedom land, it's not a going somewhere else, but it's a going to a new place that we're transforming to be. And so I want to share a version. Sarah, are you playing the video? Or am I singing? Either way, I could just sing it. That's fine. And this version that I wanted to share too, though, we sang this version years back. I sang it with two of my dear movement sisters, Yara Allen and her sister Sayuda, and I wanted to lift them up tonight too, and thinking of our ancestors as their mother, Bertha Allen, just passed in the last week. And so bringing our ancestors into this space.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
Okay, go ask Daddy, lovey. Sorry. do you want to sing with me for a minute?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The little one just came. Okay, thank you. Hold on 1 second. Sing with me for a second. Okay. And the children are not in the way, they are the way, yes. And he's gonna sing I'm on my way to freedom land. And so we lift this song up in the spirit of transformation for all the generations to come forward.